Every now and then, I like to diverge from my usual routine of torturing viewers with my annoying songs and do something totally different. Today I'm going to demonstrate how the Needleman-Wunsch algorithm can be used to score a language translation test. Of course, you might object to the idea of using a bioinformatics algorithm normally utilized to align amino acid and nucleotide sequences for such a trivial task. But it's still a fun implementation of the algorithm nonetheless. In fact, it's not a bad way of introducing the idea of sequence alignment to students who are unfamiliar with such a task. To kick things off, let's take a look at how the algorithm can be put to use in a simple JavaScript applet. Here you see that the user is prompted to translate a word in Russian to English. As you might guess, I created this quiz to be used with my stuff over on the Ruski Ed channel. In this first example, you will notice that the word entered is a perfect match to the correct answer, and so in the row labeled match, we see all equal signs, and so the match score is 1.00. Looking at a second example, we see that the word entered is missing one letter, and as a result, a gap is produced as shown by the use of a dash, and the resulting match score takes this into consideration and returns a score below 1. In this third example, we see a couple incorrect letters as signified by exclamation marks. As you can see, the match score reflects this inaccuracy. Moving on, we have a fourth example where the user includes wrong letters, missing letters, and extra letters. The resulting match score is pretty low, but still positive since essentially the user has an idea of how to spell the word correctly. If the user enters complete gobbledygook, a negative match score may be produced, as we see in this example where the user enters gobbledygook. Thus, the test taker is penalized for lack of effort or being completely clueless. Skipping on to the end of the test, we see that the score produced by adding the match scores is higher than the number of correct or right responses. Traditionally, tests are scored by the percent of words that are spelled completely correctly. As you can see, the total of the match scores tends to be slightly higher. This indicates that the test taker had a pretty good idea of how to spell the words, but made a few small mistakes on some of the words. Using the number of correct responses, this test would earn a lower grade than if we were to use the total of the match scores. Although perfectly accurate spelling of a translated word is ideal, feedback indicating how close the student response is to being completely correct can be quite useful. Traditionally, the student is either right or wrong with no reward for being close and no additional penalty for being completely wrong. However, using this matching algorithm, a score is generated indicating how close the student response is, and thus it provides a more accurate indication of what the student actually knows. For more information on the Needleman-Wunsch algorithm, check out the link to the demo provided below.